Hello everyone, this is Adil. Today I'm going to talk about the muscles of posterior compartment of forearm. Actually, before I tell you about this is the arm and this is the forearm. Arm is also called the brachium and the forearm is also called the antebrachium. This is the anterior compartment of the forearm. This is the posterior compartment of the forearm. Anterior compartment of the forearm is also called the flexor compartment because the muscles of this compartment mostly help in the flexion of the arm. This is called the flexion and this is called the extension. And the muscles of the posterior compartment of the forearm mostly help in the extension of the forearm. And let's talk about these muscles. There are 12 muscles of the posterior compartment of the forearm. 12 muscles. And these 12 muscles are subdivided into two main groups. First group is called the superficial group. And another group is called the deep group. There are 7 superficial muscles in the forearm, in posterior compartment, and 5 deep muscles. In superficial group, the first muscle is anconeus. Anconeus is a small muscle and is triangular in shape. And the second muscle is brachioradialis. Another muscle is extensor carpi radialis longus. Another muscle is extensor carpi radialis brevis. Another muscle is extensor digitorum. Another muscle is extensor digiti minimi. And the last muscle in the superficial group is extensor carpi ulnaris. Let's come to deep group muscles. The first muscle in the deep group is supinator. This muscle is also a small muscle. And the second muscle is abductor pollicis longus. Third muscle is extensor pollicis longus. Fourth is extensor pollicis brevis. And the fifth muscle is extensor indicis. Brevis means small and longus means long. Means it gives the long tendon and it gives the short tendon. And let's talk about the main difference between the superficial group and the deep group. The superficial muscles of forearm in the posterior compartment cross the elbow joint, and these deep group muscles do not cross the elbow joint. And the superficial muscles, all the superficial muscles originate from the lateral epicondyle of humerus. Suppose this is the lower portion of the humerus. From the lateral epicondyle, this is the lateral epicondyle, this is the medial epicondyle. From the lateral epicondyle, all these muscles get originated except two muscles, brachioradialis and extensor carpi radialis longus. These two muscles get originated from the supracondylar region. This supracondylar ridge is superior to lateral epicondyle and medial epicondyle. From this region, these two muscles get originated. This region, this lateral epicondyle, is also called the extensor origin. This is also called extensor origin of posterior compartment muscles. There are three muscles, first three muscles, the anconeus, brachioradialis and extensor carpi radialis longus, are innervated by radial nerve. And rest of the 9 muscles are innervated by deep branch of radial nerve. Deep of radial nerve, which is also called the posterior interosseous nerve. Posterior interosseous nerve. In next video, I will discuss all these muscles one by one. Hope you understood well.